Now, I have to say, this was another emotional episode of High School Girl that I expect to come, but yet the way they did was pretty nice, despite the amount of content that they butchered compared to manga. Like, I don't know, I'm just really getting all these stories, like I did with Happy Sugar Life, which is doing a pretty good job of adapting. But High School Girl, I'm like, I understand that they only have the limit mark of episodes they can produce for a show, and it's probably only gonna be one season. But it really sucks though in a way, you know. I know they're doing the best they can. They're doing a pretty good job lining the story up so you don't miss much. But there's a lot of content that happened between then and there, even in this episode. Like, it's like they just took from a single digit volume and then they just cut that and went all the way up to a double digit volume within the series. The same problem I had with UQ Holder, but this one isn't a total mess, so therefore I'm not that angry about it. So now let's get into it. We have a nice little conversation game off between Koharu and Ono, pretty much, you know. She's in the arcade doing what she always does to relieve stress, playing her games, being top notch. But then she finally challenges Koharu into a gun virtual cop, in a way. And you can tell she is a bit distracted. Ono been looking for Haru for a while. Haru has yet to show himself to her. And of course, Koharu finally did what I said in the last review, where he feels inferior to her, you know? Haru really wanted to go to the same school that Ono went to. He did his best. Now, if Haru actually took things more seriously in the beginning of middle school, from the very beginning, he probably, in no doubt about it, he would have easily gotten into Ono's school, because even though he was doing some last minute studying towards the end, he didn't make it, but he could have if he had more, you know, took things seriously from the start. So I guess he lives in regret of that. And plus, with all that, he also got off of gaming. So not only he didn't go in the same school as Ono, but now he doesn't get as gaming he was as in before. So seeing Ono now, he just can't stand it. He will be completely embarrassed to even see her, which is understandable for a gamer guy, I guess. And this is supposed to be your open rival. But maybe in his head only, he was thinking that Ono was a rival. But he was probably the only one that was thinking that. Ono probably just saw him as a companion or someone she has slowly started gaining affection for throughout the time. Because she's the only person that Haru ever really talked to, and vice versa. Well, Haru started gaining friends in middle school, and now in high school he has friends as well. So now with Ono's situation, we finally get to see what's inside his home. Her home, I mean. She has a strict ass, you know, cliche guardian. The teacher that's looking out for Ono is making sure she's to the top priority standard so she can go to the top university all around. So you can already tell this woman has a bug up her ass and it just won't come out whatsoever. Like, she's that strict. So study, 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 practice, practice, practice. You know, the same old cliche you see in a lot of these kind of shows where the girl or the boy has from this very rich, noble family, and you have to keep up the, you know, the standards, you know, the quota, the reputation. And of course, Ono, being still a high schooler, still a kid, they need a way to release themselves. If not, they're going to go rebellious, and this proves it right here. And the thing I do hate is why I'm really telling people to go please read the manga, is that in the manga, she does a lot more rebellious stuff. Things are actually a lot crueler in the manga what the teacher does. Like, there were times where Haru and them were even trying to create a game for her, so he couldn't see her for a while because she was forced to go home. So he did all these kind of things to communicate with her, from trying to talk to the card guy, to even interacting with the older sister. Yes, Ono has a little sister. I believe I said this in last review as well. She does have an older sister, but she's not shown here at all in the show, unfortunately. Haru even creates her a little RPG game where he can, you know, communicate with her and even so she can release her stress. But even then, the sensei took that stuff away, and that's when she ran away. In fact, that's when Haru starts to look after her. But that was chapters later. It even goes to the point where Haru even has a little pity party for a while, where he goes to Shibuya and he joins some people that are supposedly like extreme delinquents. And as for Koharu herself, she even goes, joins her own gaming guild where she can be strong enough to beat Ono as well. So it came to a thing where we're gonna have this tournament where whoever wins gets to confess to Haru. Pretty much. That's what it is. So a lot more happens in the manga, of course, but that the anime won't be able to show. But once again, like most anime of today, it's just an advertising of manga. You know, it's to promote the manga. You like this anime? Well, there's even more content inside the manga. So I really recommend you guys read it, for the love of God, please. In my opinion, it is the best gaming story that ever came out of Japan. In my opinion. Most animes and mangas and even light novels are about video games. Gamers someday will get there, and even, of course, New Game. They fail in comparison to High School Girl. Because it's really about video games. The time of video games. How people act with video games. There's even some things where, you know how you were a kid, you like Pokemon, and for some reason the adults would always say Pokemon? I mean, every adult would say Pokemon around me. It's like when you look at this, they look at the name, they got the Poke part right for some reason, even though there's just either. But for some reason, they think there's an A in that mon. I don't know why, but when they say Digimon, and they can say Digimon. But for some reason, it's Pokemon, they say Pokemon. They're like, how? But anyways, it just brought back some things because when Haru was working, he said he's earning money to get a virtual boy console, and the woman said, "Bachu boy, what?" and stuff like. Are you kidding me? It's like you can hear what they're saying. I never understand that when someone younger to me talks about something I never heard of, I can easily pronounce it. And even though I know nothing about it, I can pronounce it and just go to Google and look it up. But it seems like adults back then, they just couldn't do that. They just had to say it completely wrong, butcher the name and everything. So it's just crazy. So anyways, off that topic. I just had to go down nostalgia lane. So when Ono was heard to be missing and she ran away because her teacher's a total bitch, Haru went off looking for her, but Haru keeps getting distracted. He's going through a time what we're going through right now. You know, Brooktober and October, so many game releases is coming out in October. And at the same time for Haru, so many game releases coming out for him. So he's looking for Ono in any kind of gaming arcade that she can be at. Wondering what kind of game she would use. Stress relief? But yet something she can continue on and on forever. And plus something where she didn't spend much money, because as we all know through this episode, she doesn't receive pocket money despite her being rich. The parents don't want her getting into any kind of hobby, which in my opinion is bad. When someone of her youth don't have a hobby, and there are strict rules, they're bound to sneak out behind the backs of the guardians and do some crazy crap. This is something that's been happening for so long, and I don't know why some parents have not caught on to this cliche, you know? Where you have a kid and you're so strict on them, and you think they won't disobey you. You know they're going to disobey you. Because they see their friends, they see people enjoying their life, and they have to do this on a daily basis. They're going to rebel. Which I don't understand why parents haven't caught up on this to this day. It's obvious, man. They've been a kid themselves. They know how kids will respond. But it seems like some type of curse that when we grow up, we forget what it is like being young, I guess. But, you know, it's just another thing I just want to talk about. Haru is looking for Ono, but he keeps getting distracted over and over again with all these amazing games from Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat 2 and 3, and all kinds of cool games. But he could never stay focused. In fact, the little game characters in his head keep telling him, hey, stay focused. That's enough fun for now. Keep looking for her. And he's wondering, as he's going by his time thinking, maybe the relationship he was thinking about wasn't the one he really wanted. In his mindset, as a hardcore gamer, he only saw Ono as a rival. But part of him knew, the normie part, knew that he saw Ono as something more. Heck, even more than just acquaintances, more than just friends. One could say even probably lovers, but that's still up in the air. The last chapter for High School Girl in the books have yet to be released. I am waiting on that like crazy, but yes, Haru realized where Ono could be at the very end, and she's inside a little night gaming arcade, and she has 70 consecutive wins in this game, and Haru can easily tell who she is by her fighting style. Now you know you have someone you are truly connected to, where you can tell by the characters they choose and the fighting styles they do with that character. That's amazing. I can tell they have a strong connection, and then seeing her face light up when she sees Haru was just adorable. Like I said, this is the best romance series of the year, in my opinion. It's really good, and plus the CGI isn't that bad neither. The CGI in this kind of anime worked so well because it's not any extreme action or anything like that. It's just normal everyday life stuff. So I completely love this show. I'm glad I'm reviewing it. I'm glad that it was animated. So that's all I got for this review for today. I hope you guys enjoyed High School Girl. And as well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit the bell icon so you get notified every time I upload. It's been Madcrownxox, sign out. Have a good one, guys.